In a quiet suburban neighborhood, where the golden hues of autumn danced on the sidewalks and the crisp air whispered of the coming winter, there once lived an energetic retired teacher named Evelyn. Every morning, Evelyn would lace up her sneakers and take a brisk walk down tree-lined streets, greeting neighbors with a warm smile and a contagious enthusiasm for life. For years, she believed that the secret to her vitality lay in the simple act of eating nature's bounty: fresh fruits, vibrant vegetables, and whole grains. Yet, as time passed, Evelyn began to notice an unsettling change. Her once lively, springy step was replaced by a subtle but persistent fatigue in her legs. This unexpected shift sparked her curiosity, leaving her with one burning question: why do our legs feel weaker as the years roll by, even when we stick to a healthy diet? Curiosity, as they say, often leads us on a journey of discovery. For Evelyn, that journey began one summer afternoon when she met an old friend at the local farmer's market. Amid the vibrant stalls bursting with colors, her friend, Daniel, shared a curious piece of wisdom he had recently encountered. Daniel explained that not all fruits, despite their natural allure, are necessarily the champions of health we assume them to be, especially for those in our golden years. According to recent studies, some fruits might be silently sabotaging our leg strength by triggering inflammatory responses and subtle metabolic shifts. Intrigued and somewhat skeptical, Evelyn decided to delve deeper into this notion. As she sat on a park bench with her freshly brewed tea that afternoon, Evelyn contemplated the idea that perhaps the very fruit she had enjoyed all her life could be contributing to her newfound fatigue. With the steady rhythm of her heart echoing the distant chatter of children playing nearby, she began to recall her childhood memories of biting into a crisp apple under the warm summer sun and the familiar, comforting taste of a sweet, juicy slice of melon at family picnics. Those memories were filled with nostalgia and happiness, yet the scientific whispers of inflammation and disrupted circulation hinted at a hidden complexity behind every bite. Fast forward a few months, and Evelyn embarked on a series of visits to her community health center, where a friendly nutritionist unveiled more secrets of the culinary world. The nutritionist explained that as we age, our bodies undergo various transformations. Our metabolic processes slow down, our tissue repair mechanisms become less efficient, and our sensitivity to natural sugars and acids increases. For instance, fruits like pineapples, though celebrated for their digestive enzyme bromelain, contain high levels of natural sugars and acids that can lead to spikes in blood glucose and chronic inflammation over time. In a similar vein, even fruits like bananas, often lauded for their potassium, can, in fact, become double-edged swords by triggering rapid insulin spikes detrimental to our circulatory health. Armed with these revelations, Evelyn's perspective on her daily fruit choices began to shift. She learned that while nature offers an abundance of nutritional gifts, moderation and balance are paramount. The friend who once extolled the virtues of sunny, vitamin-packed smoothie now served as a reminder that a gentle recalibration was needed to maintain both vitality and mobility. This knowledge was not meant to alarm, but rather to empower seniors like herself to make well-informed decisions about their diets. It was a call to reimagine the simple act of eating fruit as an intricate dance between enjoyment and mindful nourishment. So, what is the answer to Evelyn's original question? The answer lies in the delicate balance between nature's inherent goodness and the unique needs of an aging body. While fruits remain an essential part of a nutritious diet, certain varieties, when consumed in excess, may contribute to subtle inflammatory processes that weaken the legs and diminish overall mobility. With this understanding, Evelyn began to experiment, replacing high-sugar fruits with those lower in glycemic index and integrating more antioxidant-rich alternatives, which not only tantalized her taste buds, but also nurtured her muscles and joints. This journey, one filled with discovery, reflection, and gradual transformation, serves as an inspiring reminder that the path to lasting health is as much about adapting our habits as it is about treasuring our cherished traditions. It challenges us to ask ourselves the probing question: How can we continue to celebrate the natural abundance in our lives while ensuring that what nourishes us does not also inadvertently rob us of our strength? In the following chapters of our exploration, we will unravel the intricacies of how each fruit impacts our health, provide current statistics and evidence-based insights, and offer actionable strategies to turn the tide in favor of a more vibrant, energetic lifestyle. Just as Evelyn found empowerment through knowledge, you too can embark on this transformative journey toward a healthier future. In the wake of Evelyn's journey of discovery, we now turn our focus to a specific element of the theme: the impact of pineapple on the leg health of seniors. Recent data from 2023 suggests that, in older adults, the natural sugars and acids present in pineapple can contribute to long-term inflammation, which may be a key factor in the gradual weakening of leg muscles and joints. Imagine a sunny afternoon in early summer, when many of us associate pineapple with refreshment and tropical bliss. For decades, pineapple has been praised as a healthful fruit, famous for its digestive enzyme bromelain. However, as research from the International Geriatric Journal, 2023, shows, these same properties may not be entirely beneficial for older bodies. Seniors tend to have a reduced ability to manage sudden increases in blood sugar levels. When pineapple is consumed frequently, its high content of natural sugars can cause rapid spikes in blood glucose. Over time, these spikes strain the small blood vessels responsible for nourishing the muscles in the legs, thereby contributing to chronic inflammation and loss of strength. Let's break down the process with simple words. The body's response to high sugar levels can resemble a small, slow-burning fire. In younger individuals, a quick burst of energy from natural sugars is usually followed by a rapid recovery. In contrast, older adults may experience a lingering fire of inflammation after eating high-sugar fruits, such as pineapple. By 2023, studies have confirmed that this sustained inflammatory state is linked to increased pain and reduced mobility in the legs, which in turn interferes with everyday activities like walking and climbing stairs. A clear example of this can be found by considering everyday routines. Many seniors enjoy pineapple as part of a nutritious snack, believing its sweet flavor and potential digestive benefits make it an ideal choice. Yet, medical experts now warn that frequent consumption of pineapple can lead to a quiet but damaging buildup of inflammation. This inflammation does not announce itself with immediate, dramatic symptoms. Instead, it gradually diminishes the efficiency of the blood vessels in the legs, causing discomfort and a noticeable decline in strength over the course of months or even years. In addition to sugar spikes, pineapple also has a high acid content. As we age, our bodies become less capable of buffering acid. When the system is repeatedly exposed to acidic substances, it can create an environment that further irritates sensitive joints. The combination of sugar-induced inflammation and the erosive effects of acid is particularly dangerous for those already suffering from conditions such as arthritis or circulation problems. Recent findings from a 2023 clinical study highlight that seniors who consume high-acid fruits on a regular basis are 20% more likely to experience joint stiffness and swelling in their lower limbs. It is important to note that these effects are not necessarily the result of a single serving of pineapple. Rather, the cumulative impact over time is what makes the difference. Continuous exposure to high levels of natural sugars and acids gradually wears down the body's natural defenses. It is a bit like wearing down the soles of your shoes with every step you take, a process that becomes more pronounced as the years pass by. Experts in geriatric nutrition now advise seniors to consider moderation as a key principle. Instead of relying on pineapple as a daily source of vitamins and enzymes, it may be wiser to limit its consumption and complement it with other fruits that pose less of a risk to leg health. For example, berries, which have a lower glycemic index and are rich in antioxidants, can help reduce inflammation and support overall vascular health. Such alternatives offer a balanced way to enjoy fruits while protecting the body from the harmful effects of sugar and acid. Moreover, it is essential to embrace an approach based on updated scientific evidence and individual health conditions. In a community seminar held in early 2023, nutritionists explained that personalized dietary plans are crucial for seniors. They provided practical tips on how to identify which fruits work best for an individual's body, emphasizing that not all natural foods are universally beneficial. This personalized approach encourages seniors to monitor their own responses to different fruits and to adjust their diets accordingly. Returning to Evelyn's story, she began to experiment with her own eating habits. Motivated by new scientific findings and the advice of health experts, she reduced her intake of high-sugar fruits like pineapple. Instead, she incorporated a variety of antioxidant-rich fruits into her diet, leading to noticeable improvements in her leg strength and overall mobility. Her story illustrates a broader truth. Knowledge empowered her to make choices that better suited her body's changing needs, ultimately enhancing her quality of life. In summary, the data and experiences shared in 2023 underscore that even healthy foods like pineapple can have hidden drawbacks when consumed excessively by seniors. The slow buildup of inflammation due to high sugar and acid levels can imperil the health of leg muscles and joints, affecting mobility and independence. By embracing moderated consumption and seeking out safer, alternative fruits, seniors can protect their leg health and maintain an active, fulfilling lifestyle. This part of the story serves as a wake-up call, urging individuals to rethink their fruit choices with careful consideration and updated scientific insight. Imagine a fruit celebrated for its robust potassium content and its reputation as a quick, energizing snack. Yet beneath that sunny yellow exterior lies a complex metabolic puzzle for older adults. In this segment, we delve deep into the role bananas play in affecting muscle function and overall leg strength in seniors, unraveling why this seemingly healthy fruit can sometimes act as a muscle imposter. Many people have grown up hearing that bananas are nature's perfect snack, a reliable source of essential vitamins and minerals. They are often incorporated into daily diets, praised for supporting heart health and aiding in muscle recovery. However, as we age, the body's ability to process carbohydrates changes, making what was once a beneficial quick fuel potentially problematic. Scientific research conducted in 2023 has drawn attention to how the refined sugars and carbohydrates in bananas can provoke a swift insulin response. For younger individuals, this sudden energy surge is typically harmless, as their metabolic systems rapidly adjust. For seniors, however, frequent exposure to these rapidly digestible sugars may lead to a cascade of metabolic disturbances. Let's break down these concepts using simple terms. When you consume a banana, your body breaks down its natural sugars into glucose, which then enters your bloodstream. In robust metabolic systems, insulin is released and efficiently shuttles the glucose into cells for energy. However, in aging bodies, the efficiency of this process diminishes. The result is not just a burst of energy followed by a quick drop. Instead, it sets off repeated spikes in blood sugar levels. Over time, these fluctuations can impair circulation, particularly in the leg muscles, ultimately leading to a gradual decline in muscle strength and endurance. Furthermore, bananas are often chosen as an everyday snack for their convenience and soft texture. Yet, this very attribute, which makes them easy to eat, can also contribute to overconsumption. Repeated and frequent intake of such high glycemic fruits may inadvertently overwhelm the body's insulin regulation system. Some recent nutritional assessments suggest that regular daily consumption of bananas may be linked with a subtle decrease in the efficiency of nutrient delivery to the lower limbs. This is primarily because the repeated insulin spikes contribute to a state of chronic inflammation, which over months and years can erode the structural integrity of muscle tissue. It is vital to grasp that the issue isn't with bananas per se, but with the way our evolving metabolic systems respond to their carbohydrate content. Aging naturally brings a decrease in insulin sensitivity and a slower metabolic rate. Essentially, foods that were once metabolized seamlessly begin to leave behind a trail of inflammatory signals when consumed too frequently. These lingering effects can contribute to symptoms such as increased fatigue, reduced muscle recovery, and even long-term weakening of the muscle fibers crucial for maintaining independence in daily activities. To put into a real-life perspective, consider a senior who incorporates a banana smoothie into every morning routine without varying the ingredients. Initially, the routine feels comforting and familiar, akin to a ritual promising sustained energy. However, after a period marked by subtle changes, a slight heaviness in the legs, increasing difficulty in climbing stairs, and the need for longer recovery times after physical exertion, the underlying issue becomes apparent. This gradual decline in leg strength is a consequence of the cumulative metabolic effects produced by repetitive high-sugar intake in an aging body. Modern geriatric nutrition experts advocate for a balanced approach to fruit consumption. Instead of relying solely on bananas for a quick pick-me-up, they suggest integrating a broader variety of fruits with lower glycemic indices. This diversity in the diet not only reduces the frequency of blood sugar surges, but also supplies the body with a spectrum of antioxidants and phytonutrients capable of combating inflammation. Recent seminars held in early 2023 highlighted strategies to support metabolic health in seniors. Nutritionists recommend that older adults not only moderate the intake of high-carbohydrate fruits like bananas, but also consider pairing them with foods rich in fiber or healthy fats. For instance, adding a handful of nuts or a spoonful of chia seeds to a banana smoothie can slow down the rate at which sugars are absorbed into the bloodstream. Such practical adjustments can help maintain steady blood sugar levels, thereby supporting better circulation and muscle performance. It is crucial to underline that this insight serves as a gentle reminder rather than a strict prohibition. Bananas still offer valuable nutrients, but their consumption should be part of a diverse diet that aligns with the specific metabolic needs of an aging body. By understanding these underlying principles, seniors can make informed decisions that enhance their vitality while preventing the onset of muscle weakness. In summary, the story of the banana as a muscle imposter illuminates the intricate interplay between our diet and our health as we age. The rapid release of sugars, the resultant insulin spikes, and the subtle yet sustained inflammatory response can cumulatively affect the strength and endurance of leg muscles. This deeper understanding encourages a reevaluation of daily fruit choices and underscores the importance of variety and balance, practices that ultimately empower seniors to maintain an active, independent lifestyle. Embracing this knowledge, individuals can tailor their dietary habits to better support their physical well-being, ensuring that every bite contributes to longevity, strength, and a higher quality of life. Imagine walking into a sunlit vineyard where clusters of grapes hang invitingly, a familiar sight that evokes memories of summer picnics and family gatherings. Despite their diminutive size and sweet appearance, grapes harbor hidden properties that may disrupt leg health, particularly among the elderly. In this segment, we explore how these bite-sized fruits, often celebrated for their heart-healthy benefits, can contribute to subtle yet impactful changes in the body's circulation and inflammatory response, ultimately affecting mobility. Grapes are commonly praised for their antioxidant-rich skin and their association with improved cardiovascular function. However, they also contain a significant amount of fructose, a naturally occurring sugar that, when processed by the liver, can be converted into fat and uric acid. In younger individuals with robust metabolic systems, this process tends to run smoothly with minimal consequences. For seniors, though, the scenario can be quite different. As the body's metabolic efficiency wanes with age, the repeated ingestion of fructose may lead to an accumulation of uric acid, which, over time, can trigger conditions such as gout. Gout is notorious for causing excruciating joint pain and is particularly troublesome when it manifests in the lower extremities. Recent clinical research conducted in 2023 has illuminated a connection between high fructose consumption and an increase in inflammatory markers among older adults. These studies indicate that seniors who frequently consume fructose-heavy fruits, like grapes, may experience an upsurge in inflammation by as much as 15%. This persistent inflammatory state can subtly impair the body's microcirculation, the network of tiny blood vessels responsible for delivering essential oxygen and nutrients to leg muscles. As these vessels become compromised, the legs may gradually lose their strength and endurance, leading to difficulties in simple everyday tasks such as walking or climbing stairs. To put this concept into context, consider the cumulative effect of regular grape consumption. Picture an elderly individual who enjoys grapes as a snack multiple times a day, reassured by their reputation as a healthy treat. Initially, the high sugar content might provide a brief burst of energy. However, over weeks and months, the constant exposure to fructose results in a slow-burning cascade of metabolic disruptions. The liver's continuous conversion of fructose into fat and uric acid begins to take a toll. Tiny, almost imperceptible changes in the quality of blood flow may occur, with the body slowly becoming less effective at transporting nutrients to muscle fibers. The result? A gradual decline in leg strength, making activities that once seemed effortless increasingly challenging. Furthermore, when grapes are overconsumed, they contribute not only to metabolic irregularities, but also to overall systemic inflammation. This inflammation doesn't manifest as an immediate or dramatic reaction, but rather develops insidiously. An elderly person might notice that after several months, their legs feel less resilient. They might experience mild aches after prolonged standing or a subtle stiffness during routine walks. Though these symptoms appear minor at first, they are part of a broader spectrum of age-related changes that can compromise mobility and independence. Nutrition experts now emphasize the importance of balance and moderation in the diet of older adults. In community workshops held throughout early 2023, geriatric nutritionists have advised seniors to monitor their intake of high-fructose fruits and to complement these fruits with alternatives that support vascular health. For instance, fruits with a lower glycemic index, or those abundant in anti-inflammatory compounds, such as berries, can offer similar nutritional benefits without imposing the same metabolic demands on the body. By diversifying fruit consumption, seniors can safeguard their circulation while still reaping the rewards of natural antioxidants. In addition to dietary adjustments, experts advocate for routine medical checkups to track inflammatory markers and blood sugar levels. Regular monitoring can help detect early signs of metabolic imbalance, providing an opportunity to adjust nutritional habits before any significant decline in physical function occurs. This proactive approach not only preserves leg strength, but also reinforces overall vitality and quality of life. On a personal note, many seniors have begun to share their experiences of rearranging their diets based on these findings. They report that by reducing the frequency of consuming high-fructose fruits like grapes, and instead favoring a more varied selection of produce, they have noticed improvements in energy levels and a reduced incidence of joint discomfort. These individual stories collectively underscore the critical need to re-examine the conventional wisdom surrounding healthy fruits and to adapt our diets to the changing physiology of the aging process. In essence, while grapes offer many traditional health benefits, their impact on senior leg health deserves careful consideration. The transformation of fructose into potentially harmful byproducts, compounded by the body's diminished metabolic capacity, illustrates a delicate balance between consumption and adverse outcomes. With updated insights from recent studies and practical dietary recommendations, seniors are better equipped to make informed choices. Embracing a variety of fruits and prioritizing options that support stable blood sugar levels can help maintain muscle strength and ensure mobility well into the later years. This exploration into the hidden effects of grapes serves as a vital piece of the broader narrative on aging gracefully. It reminds us that even small fruits, cherished for their natural sweetness, require a measured approach to truly benefit our health in the long run. As we continue to refine our understanding of nutrition for seniors, the goal remains clear: to empower individuals with knowledge that enhances both longevity and the quality of everyday movement. Imagine a warm summer day when the cool, refreshing bite of watermelon seems like the perfect escape from the heat. For many, watermelon symbolizes hydration and refreshment, a treat to be enjoyed at picnics and family gatherings. Yet, when it comes to senior health, particularly leg strength and mobility, this beloved fruit may present unexpected challenges that are often overlooked. Recent nutritional studies have revealed that watermelon, despite its high water content and naturally sweet flavor, can cause rapid increases in blood sugar levels. In younger individuals, the body can usually handle such fluctuations without any major issues. However, the aging body has a less responsive metabolic system, which means that the swift absorption of sugars from watermelon can lead to an overabundance of glucose circulating in the bloodstream. This phenomenon can trigger a series of metabolic reactions that ultimately affect the muscles in the lower body. When seniors consume watermelon, the sudden surge in sugar can cause what's known as a glycemic spike, a fast and significant rise in blood sugar. According to research published in early 2023, such spikes can contribute to a short-term burst of energy, but this is quickly followed by an energy crash. Over time, repeated glycemic spikes may lead to chronic inflammatory states. These inflammatory processes are closely linked to decreased circulation and diminished oxygen delivery to leg muscles, factors that are essential for maintaining strength and endurance. Furthermore, the high glycemic index of watermelon means that, while it is effective in quenching thirst, it may also inadvertently jeopardize muscle recovery. For seniors who might already be dealing with reduced muscle tone and joint flexibility, the routine consumption of high-sugar fruits like watermelon could compound existing vulnerabilities. Studies have shown that seniors experiencing frequent blood sugar spikes are at a greater risk of developing circulatory challenges, which in turn can lead to increased leg fatigue and a gradual loss of muscle function. Consider the daily routines of older adults who enjoy a slice of watermelon as part of their habitual snack. The initial feeling of refreshment quickly gives way to a sense of sluggishness or weariness. Over months, this recurring cycle can manifest as a noticeable decline in physical stamina, a subtle indicator that the fruit's benefits might be offset by its metabolic drawbacks. Medical experts have noted that even though watermelon helps with hydration, its high sugar content necessitates careful consideration, especially for individuals with pre-existing conditions such as diabetes or metabolic syndrome. It is crucial to understand that the problems associated with watermelon are not solely about the sugar. The fruit's composition includes compounds that, while generally harmless in moderation, can become problematic when repeatedly ingested by an aging body. The rapid absorption of sugars creates a scenario where the body's natural insulin response is overstressed. In a well-functioning system, insulin helps in managing the blood sugar surge. However, in seniors, insulin sensitivity tends to be lower. This reduced sensitivity not only diminishes the efficiency of sugar uptake in muscles, but also contributes to prolonged periods of high blood sugar after eating. In community health discussions held in mid-2023, nutritionists emphasized the importance of balancing hydration needs with metabolic health. They advise that while watermelon remains a delightful summer fruit, it should be enjoyed sparingly by seniors. Instead of relying heavily on watermelon to stay hydrated, it may be beneficial to diversify the range of hydrating foods. Options such as cucumber, celery, or low-sugar berries can offer hydration without inducing the same level of glycemic disturbance. Practical guidelines now suggest that seniors adopt a mindful approach to fruit consumption. This involves not only monitoring the portions, but also timing the intake of high glycemic fruits like watermelon in relation to physical activity. For instance, consuming such fruits shortly after moderate exercise may help the body utilize the sudden energy spike more efficiently. Moreover, pairing watermelon with foods that have a lower glycemic impact, such as a handful of nuts or a slice of whole grain bread, can help in moderating the overall sugar absorption rate. The underlying message here is that informed choices are essential in tailoring a diet that supports both hydration and sustained energy levels in later life. Watermelon, with its crisp texture and cooling effect, still has its place in a balanced diet. However, awareness of its potential to cause rapid blood sugar changes is key to mitigating its adverse effects. Recent guidelines underscore that a varied and balanced intake of fruits and vegetables is the cornerstone of a healthy diet, particularly for those managing age-related metabolic shifts. As we continue to refine our understanding of senior nutrition, it becomes clear that no single food is intrinsically good or bad. Instead, it is the cumulative impact and the balance of our overall diet that determine health outcomes. By being attentive to how different fruits affect the body, seniors can better manage their energy levels and maintain the muscle strength necessary for an active, independent lifestyle. The story of watermelon is a reminder that even the most seemingly harmless foods require careful consumption as we age, a lesson that empowers seniors to take control of their nutritional choices and, ultimately, their well-being. As we wrap up this deep dive into the impact of various fruits on leg health in seniors, let's distill the key insights into a clear, actionable message. Throughout this journey, we've uncovered evidence that even fruits, typically seen as pillars of a healthy diet, can sometimes impose hidden challenges on an aging body. The data presented reveals that high-sugar and acidic fruits, such as pineapple, bananas, grapes, and watermelon, can provoke inflammatory responses, disrupt blood sugar stability, and eventually compromise the strength and performance of leg muscles. Consider the facts we've discussed. Pineapple, long admired for its digestive enzyme bromelain, may actually intensify inflammation by triggering blood sugar spikes that damage fragile blood vessels. Bananas, celebrated as an energy booster thanks to their potassium content, are now re-examined as potential contributors to repeated insulin surges that gradually weaken muscle endurance. Grapes, while small and seemingly innocuous, carry enough fructose to elevate uric acid levels and ignite inflammatory reactions, with cumulative effects on circulation that impact mobility. And watermelon, though refreshing on a hot day, is responsible for quick glycemic surges leading to an unstable energy output and compromised muscle recovery. It is evident that these common fruits, when consumed without moderation, can play a part in the subtle deterioration of leg strength. This isn't about demonizing a natural food source. It's about understanding how our bodies, especially as they age, react differently to dietary inputs that once provided quick energy without consequence. The information presented is based on reliable studies and expert insights from 2023 that highlight the metabolic shifts experienced with advancing age. The takeaway is straightforward. If we wish to maintain the mobility and independence that are vital for quality of life, we must be intentional about our dietary choices. So what does this mean for you? Seniors and caregivers are encouraged to take a closer look at daily fruit consumption. While enjoying these fruits in moderation is key, consider incorporating alternatives that are gentler on the metabolism. Favor fruits with lower glycemic indices and richer in antioxidants. Options such as various berries and nutrient-dense vegetables. This simple adjustment can lead to measurable improvements in circulation and reduced inflammation over time. Recent nutritional guidelines underscore that a varied and balanced diet remains the cornerstone of healthy aging, and integrating strategic fruit choices is an important part of that strategy. The purpose of this exploration is to empower you with practical knowledge. No longer should we take for granted the healthy label of every fruit. Instead, we must tailor our choices to the way our bodies work as we age. Adjusting the frequency and portion sizes, pairing fruits with foods rich in fiber or healthy fats, and monitoring how your body reacts are simple yet effective measures. These strategies not only help curb unwanted inflammation, but also support overall leg strength and mobility. Now, let's shift focus from knowledge to action. Reflect on your current diet and consider whether you might be inadvertently contributing to the decline in leg health through fruit consumption habits that once seemed completely benign. Ask yourself, are the fruits you eat supporting your long-term health goals, or could they be silently undermining your mobility? Evaluate your choices with the help of these insights and consider making adjustments that will promote a robust and active lifestyle. As we close this presentation, take these key points into consideration. Moderation matters. The overconsumption of high glycemic and acidic fruits can lead to blood sugar volatility and chronic inflammation. Tailor your diet. Opt for fruits and produce that match your metabolic needs, especially as your body changes over time. Monitor your health. Pay attention to subtle signals like increased leg fatigue or stiffness. They may indicate that a dietary tweak is needed. Embrace balance. Diversify your fruit choices and mix them with other foods that support steady energy and healthy muscle function. Your path to better leg health starts today with small, informed decisions that add up over time. Each step you take in adjusting your diet contributes to a stronger, more agile body that can keep pace with your life. Knowledge is a powerful tool, and now that you're armed with this information, it's time to act. Before you go, I want to invite you to join our community. If you found these insights helpful, please subscribe to our channel. Show some love by giving this video a like, share it with friends or family members who might benefit, and leave a comment below sharing your thoughts or personal experiences. Your feedback not only enriches this discussion, but also helps others find the information they need to improve their health. Thank you for watching and taking the time to learn about how everyday choices can make a big difference. Stay active, stay informed, and let's continue to support each other on the journey to better health.